Okay. Could you clap? Look in the mirror for as long as necessary that your face disappear. Please, don't eat the light.
Now let's move to Marina Abramovic. Marina was born in Belgrade, former Yugoslavia, and since the beginning of her career during the early 70s, when she was a student in Belgrade, she already was a pioneer of performance art form, which she started to do already in Belgrade. Her work explores the physical and mental limits of her being as she faces pain, exhaustion, and danger to quest the kind of emotional and spiritual transformation that is unique to long-duration artworks.
Perché
What do we do now?
Sorry. No, ecco, czekaj, lecimo. Dobro, napravi. No, Joe.
He just stand. We let him stand.
Довольно готова.
Mashinetto con...
I disturbing you like this?
Absolutely not.
Prendiamo tutto fuori e alla fine io prego di ultima sangue.
Dimmi, per la mano? Devi togliere un tasto.
Per te che sta.
Ah, sì.
Se no lo uccido io,
Marina da faccio mia, stavo strano.
Nemoj, ja volim da vidim kako je dozira.
Some hair?
Ritual of the mind. It's gonna, what I've been told is this will break me down.
It's not for the faint of heart. Yeah.
And you're gonna be my shaman and walk me through this
Your
thing.
shaman, if, you know, if you've got the guts to go there. Remove the subject's clothes. Let us stare upon his baby skin and chest hair, which can be accurately summed up as not yet a man, but not still a boy. Now the subject shall bathe in the blood of a gifted turtle. This will make your show irresistible to viewers. It will be like one of those live NBC musicals that makes everyone lose their goddamn minds. But to be be truly great. The
Jimbo, why don't you assist Lunch Lady Doris in the kitchen?
Bite me, Skinner.
Well, might we?
It's hard for me to clean this giant pot when you keep spilling meat tenderizer all over me. Oh, great. Now I gotta work in the dark.
This sandwich tastes so young and impudent. Seymour, what's with the good grab?
Well, perhaps I ought to let you folks in on a secret. You remember me telling Jimbo Jones that I'd make something of him one day?
Are you saying you killed Jimbo, processed his carcass, and served him for lunch?
I wonder where Jimbo is today. He should have beaten us up for our lunch money an hour ago.
Oh, lunch lady, please to have another sloppy Jimbo. Das ist gut, nein?
No, that's your third helping, young man. It's making you fat and soft and tender. You just cut in line, didn't you? Reported attention, Ooter.
For how long?
Oh, about 7 minutes a pound should do it.
Okay, I got your German grub right here.
Bart, does it strike you as odd that Uter disappeared and suddenly they're serving us this mysterious food called Uterbraten?
Oh, relax, kids. I've got a gut feeling Ooter's around here somewhere. After all, isn't there a little Ooter in all of us? In fact, you might even say we just ate Ooter and he's in our stomachs right now. Wait, scratch that one.
Mom, you've got to help. They're cooking kids in a school cafeteria.
Listen, kids, you're 8 and 10 years old now. I can't be fighting all your battles for you.
But, Mom...
No buts. You march right back to that school, look them straight in the eye, and say, "Don't eat me."
Okay.
Easy there, young man. You'll only make yourself tired and stringy. Now, to check on the free-range children.
Hold on, kids! I'm coming to rescue the lot of you! Ow! Ugh, I'm bad at this.
I'm going to enjoy devouring you, Bart Simpson. Yes, I believe I'll start as you've so often suggested by eating your shorts.
Don't worry, guys. Something always comes along to save us. Nevertheless, I remain confident that something will come along and save the two Simpson children.
Crazy stuff going on. In fact, I've been warning you for years. You can watch our video, They Sold Their Souls for Rock and Roll, which we've seen thousands of people come to Christ through. We've been warning about the nefarious occult backbone, Satanism, of the music industry, Hollywood, and so forth. Kinsey syndrome, academia in this world. We have a video called the Kinsey syndrome. And, literature. We've got a whole video on Harry Potter and so forth, and how J.K. Rowling says she hears audible voice that dictates to her the writings and so forth, all that kind of stuff. But we also deal here and there with the political system, but just recently, via the WikiLeaks of Podesta, Hillary's chairman of her campaign, it came out that it looks like he may be involved in Satanism, and that's been coming out in mass. Has anybody, raise your hand if you've seen those WikiLeaks? Oh, half the congregation, okay. Well, what you've seen and you've read is only the tip of the iceberg, because I'm going to bring forth some things in this message which I haven't seen on the internet, because it's a Crowleyan type ritual. And you think Crowley is influencing the music, man. Woo! Hillary's might be in office. And by the way, she already claims to be in touch with a spirit that has channeled her in the past. So there's already some huge concerns there. But we have evidence of this, and your eyes are going to pop out. You're going to have to pick them up a few times through this service, okay? I've shared some of this information with people that are already quite conversant of what's going on with the invite of Podesta to a satanic ritual, alleged invite. And when I've shared with them some things I've discovered, because I've been researching the occult since I became a Christian, because I came out of the occult when I became a Christian, and I realized what they're talking about in the spirit cooking that he was involved in, or invited to be involved in, I should say, that it goes way beyond what people realize. And I believe, and I'm going to point out to you, actually involves potentially child sacrifice.
Potentially child sacrifice.
Of all you perverts, it was a big year. It was a big year for paedophile movies.
Now, it's interesting when you look at the Clintons themselves. Bill Clinton, before he ran for Attorney General of Arkansas, long before he became president, the Attorney General of Arkansas, he said he was, quote, this is from his book, his biography, My Life, The Early Years. And he says in 1975, he was intrigued by the voodoo religion and culture, and that while visiting Haiti with Hillary, he met a, quote, an unusual voodoo priest. And he talks about his, quote, foray into the world of voodoo, and how it included a, quote, course in voodoo theology, which was followed by his and Hillary's participation in witnessing this ritual where, quote, spirits are called forth and enter into the bodies of the dancing believers. He said the spirits represent light and darkness, good and evil, which is a lie. The Bible says spirits that possess you are not good or light. He's right about the darkness and the evil, though. And he goes on to talk about how these documented experiences that he witnessed shows, quote, the Lord works in mysterious ways when the Bible warns that spirits possess you, they're evil. But he said, oh, this is something that's of the Lord, you see. He's not that naive, I don't believe. He writes in the same book, after several minutes of rhythmic dancing to pounding drums, the spirits arise. Seizing a woman and a man. The man proceeded to rub a burning torch all over his body and walked on hot coals without being burned. The woman, in a frenzy, screamed repeatedly, then grabbed a live chicken and bit off its head. Then the spirits left, and those who had been possessed fell to the ground. When you subject yourself to that kind of stuff and accept it, this is before he was even Attorney General of Arkansas. You open yourself up to the demonic world. It's no wonder that while he was in the White House, it came out a little bit later from a cabinet member that she was involved in seances and channeling spirits. John Podesta invited him over in July. Quite crazy. Now, people can say, oh, well, we don't really know what the spirit cooking is, but guess what? God's made us able to see what's going on here, because about 20 years earlier, she's an artist, and she acted out wrote some of the recipe of this satanic Crowleyan ritual on walls. Not kidding, guys. So you see exactly what's going on to a degree. So next slide. Thank you so much. Oh, by the way, there's a picture of her. In fact, she said that since she was a little girl, her mom dressed her up one time in horns, and that's been her mark ever since. Dressed her up like the devil. That's been her mark ever since, she said. Next slide. Here's Aleister Crowley. He's the one behind a lot of this teaching. Let's check out the next slide. Here you see her with a Baphomet. Crowley claimed that that goat-headed Baphomet, the satanic symbol that was drawn by Eliphaz Levi, Aleister Crowley claims that he drew it because he was Eliphaz Levi, and so forth, in a quote where he talks about Aiwass, who channeled the book of the law, being actually Satan himself that gave him this literature. There she is. She's a Satanist. Every symbol points that direction. Her activities, a blood-dripping goat's head used in Satanism. Next slide, please. Here we see she's drawing on the wall, spirit cooking. So you know exactly what the same thing she wrote about in the email. Okay? She's painting, I should say, on the wall with what she says later is blood. Okay? She admits is blood.
Who creates limits?
We do. We create our own limits. She is a limitless human being. She is so incredible. I went to go see her exhibit at MoMA. She is such an incredible piece of art in herself. And she is limitless. She is limitless in every way that I can even, in my limit raven brain, that I do not possess the limitless brain that she does. Gaga, we can't get, the frequency's weird and, it's sounding a little bit strange. And I'm like, if you don't get this right now, I swear to Lucifer, I'm gonna, I get a little bit mad.
Do you have a kitchen on the bus you cook?
There's no kitchen on the bus, but, we'll stop in certain places. And by then I look at her and she is so free. She's sitting right now for like 3 months in MoMA all day long, and she's just in a state of nothing.
And she's just in a state of nothing.
Bizarre nude Abramovic method tutorial video will tell you everything you need to know. Welcome back, little monsters. We're so happy you're watching your music news here on Clever Music. It seems Mother Monster's odd ways are back in full effect. Gaga has teamed up with her Serbian performance artist pal Marina Abramovic for an artful exercise testimonial piece. The video was filmed during a 3-day retreat in upstate New York, which showcases exercises designed to heighten participants' awareness of their physical and mental experience in the present moment.
Solaris.
Alright, now that was definitely some kind of ritual, because they said, I think it was a part where she had her in the woods and she was like completely naked in the woods. I think they did a session where she was in the woods in the daytime, and they also did one at nighttime. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Katy Perry also did that same thing. So you could tell, Lady Gaga was kind of like her little protege at one time, basically bringing her into all the occult knowledge and all the Aleister Crowley teachings, because that's basically what Marina Abramovic is. She basically channels those spirits of Aleister Crowley and, whoever else they believe in, all these, super demonic entities and just way beyond the things that regular people even know about, which goes to the point of that, she's not her. I mean, the occult in general, they've been doing this for years, years practicing these same teachings, and, the ultimate goal of just ushering in these spirits, these demons, through witchcraft, through spell casting, through all kinds of rituals that, we are just not aware of on the surface unless you're a part of the occult. You know, it goes all the way back, you know, to the piece that I put in the video about the music videos, about, you know, how you could just be watching, you know, you think you finna watch a random, you know, your favorite song, your favorite rap song or R&B track or something, you know, and then it turns out to be an entire like ritual in the video full of blood that has nothing to do with the song. And I think I chose Rockstar with Post Malone and 21 Savage because I remember when the song came out and, you know, I was digging it, whatever, I liked the song and all that. And then when I watched the video, like, you know, unbeknownst to me, you know, I had no idea that the video was finna be like this. I'm sure no one did. People watched that video, and people watched that video, and, you know, we thinking we finna see like some rock star shit, some, you know, some drugs, crowds, and just rock star shit. And it was an entire ritual, like sword fighting and blood pouring all over his face and over the woman's face, and 21 Savage at the end, they both are in blood. You know, like that was a ritual. That was a ritual video. It clearly had nothing to do with the song. Like, if that is not, you know, enough evidence for you to believe that they're doing rituals in videos and in music and just, you know, in anything that you would think like you're just watching some kind of video, you know, and that's why I said it goes back to the John Todd video, because we're not knowing what we're actually looking at half the time. You know, we think we're just looking at some innocent kind of video when, you know, through these black screens on our phones, they're actually trying to invite these spirits into your life as well, you know, yet alone where they're actually practicing the ritual or where they're doing the ritual at, you know. So it relates back to that video as well, because the things that we choose to watch and, you know, we choose to listen to, we invite these things into our life as well. Because why? Because we don't know that we are doing it. It's just like he said, you know, you can't cast a spell on someone that is protected by God, that has the spirit of God in them. But you can get them to cast a spell on themselves just by fucking watching this demonic ass video. You know, that's why I said in that part, feel free to mute that shit, because I don't know what kind of vibration she's sending off, what kind of intention she got behind that little tone that she was humming, but I'm pretty sure it's not good. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, oh yeah, by the way, this video was a request, although I'm glad that the person that requested it did. If you see this video, shouts out to you, you know, because I was eventually going to get to this topic, but not as soon as I did today. So I thought that was dope to just go ahead and do this, you know, because, you know, I like to expose things like this, especially things around just, you know, rituals and demons and shit like that. Y'all know how, you know, we get to talk about that on this channel, you know, basically bringing that to the light. You know, I almost feel like that's damn near some of the most important work that you can do, because all of this stuff is witchcraft and we don't know what's actually going on. You see, they've been doing this for years and years and years. So you can tell how much, you know, we are basically behind on all this shit. You know, even someone like me or someone who can even explain and go into it deeper than I can, we still, like, we're not a part of the occult, you know, so we're only getting what we see, you know, like those controlled leaked emails, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, there's no way that shit was actually leaked, you know, like they're not allowing things like that to come out unless it just kind of doesn't matter anymore. You know, all right, cool. You guys can know about this kind of shit now, but, you know, nothing is going to happen from it. You know what I'm saying? We've been doing this shit for so long, we're way ahead. So it doesn't matter what you know right now, because we're not at that level anymore. You know, they're way past it as far as, you know, the rituals that they do as far as, you know, summoning these spirits and these demons into, you know, our physical light realm. You know what I'm saying? So, which at the end of the day, that's all of this shit is for. You know, it's to serve the Antichrist. It's to serve the devil. They're doing his work, you know, whether they even know it or not. You know, they're damn near puppets as well. They're puppets for the devil. You know, everything that they do is for him. And they may know it. You know, they may know it, but to a point, they don't even know that they're being used. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, yeah, I felt a lot of this kind of related back to the music, you know, in the John Todd video, which is why I put that piece in there about the music and stuff, and about the, you know, the screens and, you know, our phones and TVs being portals, which y'all already know that. We done kind of talked about that on the channel before. And I also thought that Simpson episode was huge. You know, I thought that was, you know, just once again, just crazy predictive programming. You know what I'm saying? Just like I said in that little bit of text, you know, all it is to enrich and enhance these rituals to the public, you know, to spread the energy of the rituals. So, it's kind of like that rules of engagement thing. They always have to actually do it right in front of us, rather we know what's going on or not. So that's why I mentioned that The Simpsons, they never actually predict anything. You know, it's kind of just almost like what I said. It was almost like sigil magic, you know, where they do these things to just enhance it so it can actually happen. You see what I'm saying? Like, you know, you have to actually do something. You have to actually take action in order for anything to happen in life, not just rituals and shit. So it goes together. It makes sense in both categories of, you know, just you having to put in action, you having to do something in order for something to become, you know, to fruition, in order for it to actually happen and people be aware of what's going on, you know. So that pretty much wraps this video up. You know, hope y'all liked that video. Hope y'all enjoy watching that video. For the people that may have not seen any of that, then, you know, boom, you know, just introduced you to a whole nother world of demonic ass shit. You know, so yeah, man, not gonna just keep this talk too long. I feel like the video really does just, you know, it's an eye-opener for the ones that haven't seen it. And if you have heard of this stuff, you know, it's a quick refresher, or just, just felt like that this video definitely should have been done. So y'all already know what's going on, man. I'll be back with another video. Probably keep the sacrifice series going on Sunday. I'm not sure which one of the two I'm gonna do. I'm working on two of them right now. I'm not sure which one I'm gonna go with. But y'all will see. You know what I'm saying? I had a video ready for y'all soon. So, man, y'all already know what's going on. It's Black Balloon. And I'm gonna see y'all soon.